On June 11th, when the government assumed control of the Belize International Services Limited, which manages the International Merchant Marine Registry of Belize and the International Business Companies Registry, PM Barrow assured Belizean employees that they would keep their jobs. But that was the start of troubles for 27-year-old Shari Muschamp, who was never legally terminated but is tonight without a job. Muschamp was the receptionist at Icbr since 2008, and she was on medical leave at the time.
As far as I'm concerned, I haven't gotten a dismissal letter. Nobody has formally terminated my service. It's only by word of mouth, and I think it's something illegal that they're doing.
So you got with before you came back that, they had terminated you without any indication, without no notification, anything like that?
Yes, sir, I did. That came from Mr. Gandhi when I spoke to him at Delmapan. I called him after I went to collect my social benefits from social for my maternity leave. I was instructed that I wasn't an employee of IBC registry and that Mr. Gandhi needed to sign a letter in order for me to get my maternity benefits. When I called him, he explained to me that I'm no longer working. I'm medically unfit of working here at the IBC registry and stuff like that. But to me, I'm still employed. Nobody dismissed me the proper way. I haven't have it in black and white.
This young lady was pregnant and she got leave. She got sick leave because as a result of her pregnancy, she began having some problems. Many women have problems when they get pregnant. Some of them get gestational diabetes and all kind of thing. But that's not a handicap, doesn't make it permanent. But even if that's the basis Mr. Gandhi wants to dismiss this young lady, he needs to take her before a medical board. Mr. Gandhi is a lawyer, not a doctor.
With the advice of her attorney, Audrey Matura Shepherd, this morning at 8 o'clock sharp, Muschamp went to clock in at work, but got the shocking confirmation her desk was occupied by someone else, and she was no longer employed by IBC Registry. What was even more damning was that moments after we approached Muschamp, the security guard informed us both that he was instructed by GOB's legal counsel, Gian Gandhi, that we were both to be escorted from the building, or at least to the lobby of the first floor.
My maternity leave up yesterday, which was the 21st, and was to report to work today, the 22nd. I came in, and when I came in, I was greeted at the door by Beverly, senior in the IBC registry, and I told her I came back in work, report back to work as my leave was up. She told me to wait. I guess she went behind and called Santiago. I don't know who is the former deputy registrar now, and Santiago, I guess, informed her told her that I have to speak to Catherine Haylock, who is the previous deputy registrar, and that I no longer belong on the compound, that I should be off the compound.
An emotional Muschamp says that she was treated as if though she is a criminal.
I have 2 children that I have to feed. It's upsetting to know that they would do something like this. I mean, they sit up the top there with their big salary and I'm an underdog to me. I don't think they need to just push me aside or take me bread out of my mouth with my kids. It's unfair, and if you have nobody know how to explain the situation to me, if it demoralizes me, it makes me feel so empty and I feel like I'm a criminal, honestly. But I want security to drive you when I don't do nothing wrong. I'm not medically unfit. I just stand up right in front of you. I'm not handicapped. I don't have pressure on my heart, not the race.
Minutes after being escorted out of the building, Matura Shepherd came to aid her client. On May 24, 2013, Muschamp received a letter from Deputy Registrar Catherine Haylock stating that due to her good cooperation, her salary was increased by $876 to $18,408 annually. And 4 days later, on May 28, another letter was attached to her file. It was a warning for unscheduled absence and insubordination due to her thyroid sickness during her pregnancy. Matura Shepherd says that her client's woes are unwarranted and she is in a battle between giants.
When she was on maternity leave, or when she was on sick leave and went into maternity leave, the government took over this IBC. This young lady is not concerned who owns it. She doesn't care that the government wants to take it over or not. She could work with anybody. But know what they have done to her, which is unfair. The government is saying, well, it's your previous boss who should have dismissed you and paid you severance. And the previous boss is saying, no, how could us do that? We didn't want to give up the place. We gave the place with all employees. The previous employer never dismissed her. So they're just being unfair to take away her job indirectly because she has never been officially fired by anyone. And the truth is none of them want to even say who will pay her severance. I mean, talk about an injustice. This is a true injustice, because when those two elephants were fighting, this is the little grass that got trampled. But this grass will not just stay down and lie down and allow them to do what they want.
Matura Shepherd provided several letters of where she attempted to resolve the matter before bringing it to the media, but it was to no avail. Muschamp had even sought the assistance of the Ombudsman, since her records now show that she is medically unfit to be hired by any organization.
In a letter that we received from Mr. Gandhi explained that they had meetings with the other employees and gave them the courtesy of telling them that they can remain on the job. They didn't even extend that courtesy to my client. Imagine now you're on maternity leave, you're going through a difficult pregnancy, and at the same time now they will just throw you out. I mean, you could understand why she's emotional. We have tried to resolve this behind the scenes, but we had also written Mr. Gandhi and told the government that we are prepared to go public so that people know how they have taken advantage of one single mother of 2 children who just came off maternity leave. And imagine, she was entitled to all her maternity leave benefits because they're claiming that she's unemployed and they stopped paying her social security. She doesn't even have that to turn to. That in itself is a pittance, but she doesn't even have that to turn to.
Matura Shepherd says that the matter will be taken to court to determine who is responsible to pay her client's severance. Dwayne Moody for News 5.